my goodness, I posted a video a couple days ago about problems people are having with the advanced child tax credit payments, and it was way bigger than I ever expected. In just a few days, I've gotten 400 comments from people who are having all kinds of problems with the advanced child tax credit. Although many of these stories are sad, the saddest are the people who spent hours on hold with the IRS to not get any useful information. So in this video, I want to tell you 6 things that you can do before you call the IRS so you can avoid that headache. First up is check your bank account if you think you may have gotten a deposit from the IRS. Deposits from the IRS do have codes on them that will tell you what it's for. The new advanced child tax credit payments will have a code that says Child CTC for child tax credit. Other payments you could see from the IRS are the ones that say EIP, those are the stimulus check payments, or regular tax refunds will say tax ref. And a lot of people just got an extra tax refund related to the unemployment compensation in 2020. There were some changes on how that was treated, and a lot of people got an extra automatic refund, so that has been causing some confusion with the child tax credit. Second thing you can do is check your qualification for the advanced child tax credit. You can use the Child Tax Credit Eligibility Assistant for a quick estimate of if you're qualified. I'll leave a link to that down below, as well as all the other IRS tools I'm going to talk about. But the biggest confusion for eligibility seems to be around 5-year-olds. Now, kids under age 6 qualify for $300 a month. Kids age 6 and up qualify for $250 a month. There are a lot of people that have 5-year-olds and are confused, why do they get $250? This is because if your child is 6 years old on December 31st, they get $250, not $300. The age of the child on December 31st, 2021 is what matters for the child tax credit. There are also a lot of people who have gotten $250 for a child who definitely should be getting $300 for a kid who's maybe 2 or 3 years old. It seems to be most common in families with 4 or more kids, but I've also seen some smaller families that have had this problem. I don't know why this is happening, and it does appear to be an IRS glitch, and there's nothing we can do about it right now. The good news on this, as well as any other glitches with the IRS, is if there is money that you're owed that you haven't gotten now, you will get it at tax time. There will be a reconciliation process then, and you will eventually get the money. Unfortunately, you may have to wait a while. The other most common confusion about qualifications is related to 17-year-olds. The $250 a month tax credit does go for kids age 6 to 17, but if your child is 17 now and they are turning 18 before the end of 2021, they do not qualify for any child tax credit. Again, the child's age on December 31st, 2021 is the one that matters, and this applies to the 17-year-olds turning 18 as well. The other part of your qualification you might want to check is your income. If your child tax credit that was deposited into your account was an unusual amount, if it was less than the amount, it may be because you're in the phase-out range. If you're a single filer with an income of $75,000 or above, or a joint filer with an income of $150,000 or above, you may be in the phase-out range where you only get part of the advanced child tax credit. This is based on your AGI from 2020. You would find that on your 1040, line 11. If your 2020 tax return has not been processed yet, it will be based on your 2019 return. Third thing you can do is check your tax return status. If you added a new child on your 2020 tax return and that return has not been processed yet, then the IRS won't know about them and you will not get the advanced child tax credit for them yet. You can find out if your 2020 return has been processed by using the IRS's Where's My Refund tool. Again, I'll include a link to that one down below. If you filed an amendment for your 2020 return and that hasn't processed, that will completely hold up your advanced child tax credit. Unfortunately, I did talk to somebody who had confirmation of that from the IRS. People who have pending amendments will not get the advanced child tax credit right now. If you want to know whether your amendment has processed yet, you can use the tool from the IRS called Where's My Amended Return. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it if it hasn't processed yet, and amendments are taking a very long time to process. For either kind of return, if they are stuck in processing, calling the IRS unfortunately will not speed things up. You just have to give it time. Fourth thing you can do, if you are married filing jointly, Talk to your spouse. If you got exactly half of the money you expected to get, that is probably because one of you opted out and the other did not. If you do not want to get monthly payments, both spouses have to opt out separately. Otherwise, you will get half the payment for the one who did not opt out. Keep in mind that everyone is automatically opted in. If you qualify, you have to manually opt out though. Fifth thing you can do is check your status in the Advanced Child Tax Credit portal. This will also give you lots of other information. The first thing it will tell you is it will say if you are eligible. If it says pending eligibility or not eligible, you will not get advanced child tax payments right now. Unfortunately, this is happening to a lot of people who are quite sure that they do completely qualify. Some people who even got a letter saying they were definitely getting the payments are now showing up as not qualified. I don't know why this is happening, but people who have called the IRS about this have not been given any useful answers. Some of the pending eligibility could be due to pending returns, like I talked about before. I know this isn't helpful right now, but the worst case thing that's going to happen is you will get the money you're owed, but you will have to wait until tax time next year. The other thing that you can see inside the portal is if a payment was sent. And if there was one sent, you can see if it was direct deposited and you can see the last 4 digits of the account number it went into. If it was sent by check, you'll also see that. I am hearing of a lot of people that were sent paper checks, even though they've had every other thing from the IRS direct deposited and they've had no changes. I don't know why the IRS is doing this, but there have been a number of people in this situation. But I did hear from one person who got their check in the mail just 2 days after the payment was sent. So I guess some of the checks are at least being pretty fast. If you see that your payment went into the wrong bank account, you can also change your bank details inside here. The deadline to change your bank information for the August payment is August 2nd, so you still have a bit of time. If your payment was sent to a closed bank account, I believe you will get a check sent in the mail after the payment bounces back to the IRS. That is what they do for regular tax refunds that bounce to closed accounts. I would expect this to take a while though, because everything is being slow with the IRS right now. All right, the last thing you can do before you call the IRS is wait. Get mad. I have good reasons for saying it. The Advanced Child Tax Credit portal is supposed to have additional features coming in late summer or fall that will allow you to add additional children or adjust your income. Although I'm not very hopeful that the IRS is going to be able to process those updates before the end of the year, considering how slow they're being. But if a child is missing from your Advanced Child Tax Credit payments, you cannot make any changes by calling. So who do I think should call the IRS? Honestly, I don't think they're helping anyone right now. They don't have any more information than what you can get online. And in the 400 comments on my last video, there has not been a single person who got anything useful from calling the IRS. It seems like all they got was wasted time and a headache. If you found out anything useful about the Advanced Child Tax Credit payments, please leave it down below. I'm doing my best to spread this information as it seems like there are not many people talking about it. Next up, watch my video about how families can get burned by this new Advanced Child Tax Credit.